Good morning.
Yes, good morning, all of you, once again. I hope all of you are good. All good?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Chal, that's good to hear. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone should be good and you should take good care of yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Now keep yourself mute. Okay, so in yesterday we did not have class, but day before that we had a class and we discussed what? So I told you the precautions. First of all, I told you the standard units of measurement. Okay. Why do we need standard units of measurement? I told you because if we will use traditional methods like foot span, hand span, cubit, so there will be some variations in the measurement. Okay. So that variations will give us wrong results. Wrong measurements will be there because you know that these cubit, foot span, hand span, they vary from person to person. Every person has different arm length, different foot length, so little that variations will give you the errors in the measurement. Okay, so that's why we need to have some standard units of measurement. हमें standard units of measurement चाहिए होती हैं so that we should get the exact results, and that too without errors. Okay, errors should not be there. And for that I told you that this metric system came, and I told you the conversions. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm, and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Based on this, I will share one assignment with you, so you have to do little conversions. Clear? Then I told you some precautions. We all use scales. You all have scales, small scales in your geometry box. So you all use scales, okay, to measure the line and other things. So while using the scale also, there are some precautions which are to be taken. Okay, that I told you yesterday, the day before. So three precautions are there which you need to take while taking the measurements from scale, with the scale. So can anyone tell what are the three precautions that we take while doing the measurements with the scale? Himanish, Himanish, mute yourself, bache, please. Yes. Who can tell me the three precautions while taking measurement with the scale? Or you can say for the correct measurement of the length. Three precautions I told you. Nobody? You can raise hands if anybody can tell me the three precautions while taking the measurement with the help of the scale. Yes, Shriyan. Unmute yourself.
Ma'am, the first one is, ma'am, the scale should be attached to the, ma'am, the thing what should we
Should be
measure.
kept along with the object that is to be measured. Now, for example, if I want to measure the length of this diary, okay, and I have a scale with me. So first point is, I'm just repeating it. So first point is you have to place the scale along with the length. So this is the length which I want to measure. So I will keep my scale along with the length of the object that is to be measured. Scale should not be like this. The scale should not be like this. So it should be along the length of the object which I want to measure. First of all, the first precaution which you need to take care. Second one, who can tell me? Okay,
Ma'am,
okay, Shreya, no, let's ask the second
In
precaution.
in
good
some
morning, ma'am.
scales, the ends must be broken, so you should measure the length from 1 centimeter.
Yes. So second precaution is sometimes that it happens that the length of some scale might have broken ends, or the old scale can be there. So then it is better to take the measurement from the next point. Okay. So like this, if I want to measure this, so if my scale has broken end, so I will measure it from 1 centimeter, not from the zero mark. Okay, but when I will take out the proper measurement, so for example, if I start from 2 centimeter, okay, I am starting my measurement from 2 centimeter and it is coming out to be 23. Okay, so starting point is how much? Starting point is, I started from 3 centimeter and my ending point is 23 centimeter. So then what is the measurement of my this diary? I told you to do something here. Yes, Astik.
20 centimeter.
Yes, very good. So simply what I will do, I will just minus this 23 minus 3 centimeter. So my measurement will come out to be 20 centimeters. So the length of my diary is 20 centimeters. Clear? So you have to subtract that number from where you are starting. If you are starting from 1 centimeter, so here 1 will come. If you are starting from 2 centimeters, so 2 will come. So that number will be minus from the last point that we will come, that we will get the measurement. Clear? So this is the second point which you should take care. Or you can use this kind of measurement if you have broken ends. If the scale have broken ends or the marks are not clear, so then you can use this way also. Okay, then third one. What is the third point which is to be taken care? Anybody else who can tell me? Anybody else who can tell other than, okay, Manpreet, yes.
During measurement, the position of eye is very important. So we must keep our eyes in such a way that is exactly in front of the point where measurement is to be taken as shown.
Yes, very good. So see, for example, I am looking at the measurement. For example, I'm measuring my diary. So when I will just look at it, where is the centimeters? Okay, this is ulta. This is okay. So see, when I am measuring, so when I am measuring my diary, so my eyes, okay, should be just on the point where I want to take the reading. Where I want to take the reading, for example, 20 centimeters. So my point, my head should be straight on the point which I want to look at. So where the reading is coming. It should not be like that. I should not do like this, or I should not do like this. So then 0.5 difference will come out. Okay. So the third precaution underline here, it is written here, third point, correct position of the eye is also important for taking measurements. Okay, underline this line. So all 3 points are important, or underline all. First point, place the scale in contact with the object along its length. Underline this one. Second point, here, if in some scales the ends may be broken, then in such cases you should avoid taking measurements from the 0 mark of the scale. You can use any other full mark of the scale, say 1 centimeter. Then you must subtract the reading of this mark from the reading at the other end. For example, the reading at one end is 1 centimeter and the other is 14.3. So therefore the length of the object is 14.3 minus 1. So it will come out to be 13.3 centimeters. And the third point of precaution is that correct position of the eye is also important for taking measurement. Your eye must be exactly in front of the point where the measurement is to be taken. Clear? So these are the 3 points, 3 precautions. Very important this concept is. Okay, from examination point of view also. So write 3 precautions while measuring the length of the object. So these 3 precautions you must know. Then come to next page, activity 3. It is also very simple one. I told you to do if you can do. If anybody has read it or done it, you can tell me. Paneet, mute yourself. Okay, anybody has tried? Shriyan, have you tried it? Or your hand is raised previously? Or you're raising fresh hand? Is it your old hand or new hand? Okay, that was old hand. Now it's new.
Old hand.
Okay, old hand. Okay, fine. So see, I'm going to read quickly activity 3 because it is very simple. It is just the repetition of the activities which we have done with this previously, hand span wali jo ki thi. So measure the height of your classmate using handspan. Handspan से अपने कोई friend की height को measure करो, and then by using a meter scale. So now you are using both the things. Earlier we were using only handspan or the foot length, but now we have two columns. See table 10.3. So we have two columns. You just take your friend with you and first of all measure his height with handspan. एक बार handspan से measure करो, and the other way secondly measure it with the scale. Okay, for this ask your classmate to stand with his back against a wall, make a mark on the wall exactly above his head. Now measure the distance from the floor to this mark on the wall with your handspan and then with a meter scale. Okay, so now you have to measure the height of your friend or classmate first with the help of handspans. You know what is handspan? Okay, so this is handspan. So from this point, again I'm repeating because already you know what is your handspan. The point from your thumb to your little finger. So this is handspan. Okay, not up to from here to here or here. It is just handspan means the full length of your hand from the thumb to the little finger, that is called handspan. Clear? So you have to measure first with handspan and then with the meter scale. Let all other students measure this length in a similar way. Okay, record all the observations. So you have to take just you can ask your friend or any family member because you're at home right now. So your brother can be, sister can be, just make him stand against the wall and mark the point of his height from his foot to the top of his head. And then you, first of all, you measure both with a handspan and a meter scale. Then your reading will come in the first box. Then you can tell someone else from your family member to measure same exactly first with handspan and then with meter scale. So then second reading will come. Then third member you can ask first with handspan then with the meter scale. So every person who is measuring, they have to measure both with their handspan first and then with the meter scale. Okay, so those readings will come here in table 10.3. So what is the, you can say, what is the purpose of doing this activity? Same thing that you will be finding out after doing this activity, that the measurement which you will get from the handspan of the different persons, that will be different or same. Measurement with the handspan of different persons, will it be same or different? Yes, Astik.
Ma'am, measurement with handspan will be different.
Yes, and with the scale?
Ma'am, it will be same.
Yes, it will be same, or you can say minor errors will be there when you will read the measurement with the scale also. Why? Because that you will study in higher classes. So when we take the measurement even with the help of scale, because you know every person has its own style of handling the tools. So every person will handle the scale how, and I told you the precautions also, that precautions also you have to take. So even while measuring with the scale, then also there can be chances that very slight errors can be there. Point के errors होते हैं जो, okay, not too much, because with handspan you will get big differences, big variations will come because किसी का हाथ छोटा है किसी का बड़ा है. But with the scale also you will get almost exactly, you can say, but there will be point errors. Now how to handle these point errors, that you will study in your higher classes. Okay, it is not in your syllabus right now. So see, I'm going to read here after the table. Study carefully results obtained by different students. The results, Shriyan, mute yourself, bache, please.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Shriyan, you want to ask?
मैम इन टेबल 10.3 मैम जो आपने कहा मैम हमने मैम तो स्केल से मीटर में लेना है मैम. हाइट मैम इसमें टेबल 10.3 में हाइट इन सेंटीमीटर्स लिखा हुआ है मैम. मीटर्स में लेना है सेंटीमीटर्स में लेना है?
Centimeters में बच्चे. Height is always in centimeters and inches, not in meters. मीटर में थोड़ी बोलते हैं हम heights. हाइट या होती है फीट में होती है या फिर सेंटीमीटर्स में होती है. Okay, for example, 5 feet 3 inches. My height is 5 feet 5 inches. Otherwise, if in centimeters, so my height is almost 166 centimeters. Okay, so you can take a big measuring tape with which your mama stitches the clothes now. That measuring tape can be taken, or a big scale can be taken. बिग स्केल ले लो एक, उसको जहां पे वो एंड करता है वहां पे मार्क कर लो. देन अगेन कीप द बिग स्केल, चेंज द पोजीशन, so you can keep on changing the position, and then further on you can add all the measurements. So you know that big scale is of 30 centimeters, so 30 plus 30, 30 plus 30, end में जितना आएगा, so that you all, then again you can do the totaling, or you can do it with a measuring tape. ठीक है, measuring tape में भी you can do it. Clear? Not in meters. Height is never measured in meters. It is always in feet or inches, or it is in centimeters. Okay, fine. So see this after the table, what is written here. Study carefully results obtained by different students. The results in column 2 may be different from each other, as the length of the hand span may be different for different students. Okay, hand span की तो different ही आएगी. Look at the results in column 3, where the measurements are done using a standard scale. The results may be close to each other now. So अभी भी उन्होंने लिखा है कि they are not exactly the same. The results may be close to each other now, but are they exactly equal? If not, why do you think there is a difference? So I told you that why is there a difference? Because everybody handles these measuring tools differently. After all, everybody is using the same scale and not different hand spans. This could be. So now why are there errors in the scale also while measuring? So underline this line, very important. This could be due to small errors in taking observations. Okay, scale से भी errors आ सकते हैं, because every person handles it differently and small errors can be there. In higher classes, we will learn about the importance of knowing and handling such errors in measurement. So now it is not in the syllabus. You will study that in higher classes, that how to handle these small errors which come while measuring with the scale also. Okay, so there are so many formulas and all this.
Ma'am, your voice is cracking.
It's okay, it will become stable. Have patience.
No.
Okay, now see the activity 4 which we are going to do. It is also very, very, very important. Okay, now all of you just pay attention here. So activity is to measure the length of a curved line. Understand now. This is also very important, and this activity you have to write in your notebook also. Okay, to measure the length of a curved line. So now you know that if any, now this book is straight. Okay, if I want to measure it, I can just use a scale and I can measure it. But what about if I have any curved line? For example, I just draw one line over here. Okay, now this is what? This is a curved line. Okay, and I will see, I will mark 2 points here. One is A and other one is B. Clear? Now I want to measure the length of this curved line. How would I do it? I told you when it is zigzag, so then we use something. How we can measure it? Okay, yes, Riyan.
By thread.
Yes.
Ma'am, we can measure by thread.
By thread. We can measure it by thread.
Very good.
By thread.
Yes. So this is a curved line, and I want to measure the length of this curved line now. So what I will use a thread. First, I have just put one knot at one end of the thread. ठीक है, मैंने एक end पे knot बांध दिया. What is knot? You know, गांठ we call it in Hindi. So I have just made a knot at one end of the thread. So that will be my starting point. Okay, I have made a knot in this thread, so that will be my starting point. I will put this starting point So from where I want to measure the length, that is A. So I will put it at point A. So this knot will come at point A. Now I will just keep on keeping this thread on the curved line. Okay. So where curve will come, there I cannot do like this. So I will stop here. Okay, up to here. Again I will just keep one finger here. Again I will keep on increasing the length on the curved line. Okay, up to here. So, but you have to keep the thread very tightly. Okay, you have to keep it taut. Taut means tight. So again like this. So keep on covering the length of the curved line with the help of a thread. See how it goes. So don't miss it. Even the curve you have to make it with a thread. Okay, so like this you keep on. So this is coming little straight up to here, so I can keep up to here. So then again I have to release from there and again put my finger here, again increase the distance. So now again, because here's a curve, I need to put my another finger over here. So again I will put like this, release, again hold it and up to here. So slowly you have to increase, but taking care of the curves. So here up to point B, my thread is measuring up to here. So here I will mark one point with the marker. Okay, over the thread only. I can just mark with the black marker. I have just marked here one point so that I should not forget, or I should not do my measurement wrong. Okay, so I have just put a mark. So I have got the length of the thread now. What I will do, I will now just take a scale. So this was my starting point where I have put the knot. Okay, so this I will keep at the 0 mark or the 1 mark from where you want to take the measurement. So my scale is good enough. It has a clear 0 mark. So I will keep it on the 0 mark. So this was the starting point. Okay, so this knot I will keep on the 0 point, and where I had put the black mark. So here is the black mark. So it is bigger than scale. So first I know this is a big scale and it is of 30 centimeters. So up to here I can stop. So again I can put over here. So again from the starting I'll put this. See, small errors क्यों आते हैं? Because while handling, जब हम point को ऊपर नीचे कर रहे हैं, so that time these small errors can come. Okay. So that's why even while doing measurement with the scale, these small errors can come. So this is the black point, black mark which I have put with the marker. So it is coming at 5.5. Okay. So first of all, I had taken 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters plus again I took the leftover part, that comes out to be 5.5 centimeters. So make the total of it. What is the total length of the curved line?
Ma'am, 35.5 centimeter.
Yes, very good.
35.5
35.5 centimeters. Clear? So this is the length of my curved line. Clear? Any doubt in this? So this is how you have to measure the length of a curved line. Again, I'm repeating once again, just look at. So I have this one curved line. Okay, I have 2 points on it. It is given in your book also. See figure 10.10. Figure 10.10, it is the same way I have done it. Okay, so 2 points I have it, A and B points. So I will just put one knot at the beginning of the thread and I will just keep it at the point A, and then I will start on measuring. So you have to keep the thread tight and slowly you have to release the fingers and then again put at the second point. So you have to make a curve also. So slowly just keep on putting this thread on the curved line, but keeping your thread tight. Okay, so like this it will come out. And lastly, same thing. See, so where I have put the black mark, same way again it has finished at the black mark. Okay, so then you know that this is the thread. Now you can straighten it and you can measure it with the scale, because you know that you can measure the straight things with the help of scale. Okay, you can then take the measurement with the scale. So how much the measurement will come, that will be the length of a curved line. Okay, to measure the length of a curved line. So now I'm going to read from the book exactly the same things which I have done. It is written here, activity 4. All of you look there. So use a thread, but before that 4 lines are there above. You just look at those also. We cannot measure the length of a curved line directly by using a meter scale. Okay, I told you that we cannot measure the curved line with a meter scale, because scale is straight and the curved line is zigzag, so it is difficult to measure it. Then we can use a thread to measure the length of a curved line. So now read activity 4. Use a thread to, anybody can read the activity for me? I want you to read. Anybody wants to read? No.
Ma'am, may I?
Okay, yes, Bhanvi. And Satvir sir has shared the Google form also. You have to fill the attendance also. Okay, don't forget. Yes, Bhanvi, read.
Use a thread to measure the length of a curved line
Slowly,
AB.
slowly,
Put a
slowly, slow and clear.
knot on the thread near one of its ends. Place this knot
Okay, okay, you stop now. Okay, Gunpreet, your voice is cracking. Now, Gunpreet, you carry on. Gunpreet, unmute yourself. Okay.
Place this knot on the point A. Now place a small portion of the thread along the line, keeping it taut using your fingers and thumb. Hold the thread at this end point with one hand, using the other hand. Stretch a little more portion of the thread along the curved line. Go.
Yes, okay, stop now. Someone else. Okay, Manat Chopra. Yes, yes, be fast.
Go
Yes.
go on repeating this process till the other end B on the curved line is reached. Make a mark on the thread where it touched the end B. Now stretch the thread along a measure scale. Measure the length between the knot in the beginning and the final mark on the thread. This gives the length of the curved line.
Yes,
ABU
yes, okay.
AB, we see that we need a
Okay,
lot of.
stop. Now Shriyan will read. Shriyan, next para. We see that.
We see that we need a lot of care to ensure that we are measuring
Ensure.
distances and
Bache,
length.
it's ensure. We need a lot of care to ensure that. Ensure means pakka karna. To ensure that. Yes.
Correctly, and we need some standard units and devices with which we measure these distances and can convey our results to others.
Yes, very good. So all of you, I hope you have understood this activity. Okay, there is no doubt in this. If anybody has any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next topic, that is motion. So till now we were,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes, yes,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
मैम हाँ ये जो मैम ये जो मेथड है थ्रेड वाला मैम इसको हम सर्कल पे भी यूज कर सकते हैं.
Yes, bilkul, definitely. Circle is also what? If I just make a circle, so that also can be measured with the help of the thread. Okay. Anything that is not straight, because you know that with the scale, you can only measure the straight things. Okay. But measuring tape can give you the measurement. Okay. So this is just, you can say it is a method which was used earlier, like how to measure the length of a curved line. Okay, now we have measuring tapes also. With the help of measuring tapes also we can directly. So then if we will measure it with a measuring tape, then we need not to again straighten it and measure it with the scale. So scale is not required because measuring tape के ऊपर ही measurements लिखी होती हैं. Okay, so there are different methods, but still we are exploring the things which were used in the past and slowly how advancement came, and now we have exact devices are there to measure the things. But still in those also errors can be there, but to handle those minor errors we will study in higher class. Okay, Monish, again you are on mute. Take care. Okay, now see the next one. Activity 5. It is very simple, just a small one. You will tell me. Okay, moving things around us, because you know that there are so many things around us that are moving and some are at rest. So you need to know two terms here: motion and rest. So two things. When the body is at motion, I told you in the beginning of the chapter only. So when can you say that the body is in motion? And when can you say that the body is at rest? Yes, who can? First of all, let's talk about motion. When can you say that the body is at motion? Simran, 6 pink 35, roll number. Yes, Simran, be fast. Okay, she's gone. Soumya.
Yes, define ma'am.
Yes, yes. Soumya, can you tell me, can you define motion?
Ma'am, the distance between.
Distance. Motion is nothing about distance. Distance तो अलग concept है. That is done now. We are done with the, see, this chapter is divided into two parts. So what is the name of the chapter? Motion and measurement of distances. So we are done with the measurement of distances now. उतना ही part था. Now we will be studying about motion and types of motion. कि कितने types के motion होते हैं. It is also very interesting. Okay, yes, Shriyan or Nastik also raising hand. Yes, Shriyan, you tell me what is motion?
Ma'am, when an object is moving, we call it motion, and
Yes.
when the object is
It's
at
not
one place,
moving.
it is not moving. We say it rest.
Yes. Okay, so motion is what? When any object is moving. Okay, for example, if I just drop this marker from here to here, so I'll say that it was in motion. Okay, it is in motion. But if this marker is just lying at the table, so now this marker is at rest. Okay, so when the body is moving or any movement is shown by the body, that is it is at motion. But if the body is not showing any movement, okay, it is stable at its position, so then we will call that the body is at rest. Now based on this, you just tell me, they have mentioned so many things, so you have to tell me whether it will come under moving or not moving. Okay, activity 5, think of some objects you have seen recently. List them in table 10.4. A school bag, a mosquito, a table, people sitting on desk, people moving about, butterfly, dog, cow, your hand, small baby, a fish in water, a house, a factory, a stone, a horse, a ball, a bat, a moving train, a sewing machine, a wall clock, or the hands of the clock. Make your list as large as you can. Now, which of these are moving and which are at rest? Okay, so if the class is over, so then this is your activity. So many things which are given here, you have to tell whether these will come under moving or at rest. Okay, the first one, let's talk about, let's just discuss. School bag. School bag अपने आप चल के चल जाता है school. Okay, Satvik Batra. Satvik Batra will tell me that whether a school bag is moving or at rest. Satvik Batra.
Ma'am, it's no move. Ma'am, no move.
Yes, so you will write rest. Okay, school bag is at rest because see anything which does not move on its own, अपने आप तो नहीं move होती है ना. School bag does not move on its own. We need to require some force or pressure to move it, or we need to carry it and then it goes with us to the school. Otherwise, on its own, it is at rest always. So we will consider this under rest. School bag at rest. So you just write R over school bag. Okay, R. Then a mosquito who always irritates. Okay, who will tell Simran Six Pink? Yes, be fast. Unmute. Okay, Nitish.
Ma'am, motion.
Yes. So mosquito you will categorize under moving. So write M because mosquito can move on its own. And a table. Shriyan.
Ma'am, the table cannot move by itself, so it is under rest.
Yes. So you will put it under rest. That is R. Okay. Then next one. People sitting on desks. Astik. People
And
sitting.
people who are sitting are not moving, so they are on rest.
They are at rest. Okay, so they are at rest. Okay, so write R. Then people moving about. Manat Chopra. People moving about. Be fast.
It is not rest.
Okay, so it will be under
It is not rest.
moving, motion. Okay, so write M over here. People moving about, they are in motion. So they are moving. Okay, then next, butterfly. Butterfly, Soumya will tell. So these all activity, this all objects you